going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, oh man, it sucks, but of course, over on Twitter, or any social media platform, I guess I should say, there is just so much going on right now that just blows my mind and proves to me again and again and again on exactly why the Call of Duty community just simply can't get anything that they realistically want out of this franchise. And the only way that we will ever see improvements to this overall game is for this stuff to stop, but I really don't know if it's ever going to happen. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep into the topic, I just want to mention very quickly, if you do enjoy what you hear today, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time every single day. Post stuff about Call of Duty X Defiant, live gameplays, commentaries, conspiracies, the whole deal. You guys know how it goes over here. If you enjoy that, subscribe, hit that bell. And of course, we will be back to streaming on a Monday. So if you guys want to get some live stream vibes, you can find the link to that channel and all my other socials down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, if you remember about a couple of days ago, I made a YouTube video covering the new movement and basically all of the map overviews that Sledgehammer have showcased to us. And obviously, I presented my opinion as a little bit more positive than negative because, let's be real, the maps looked really good. They looked gorgeous, actually. And the movement definitely looked like it was improved from Modern Warfare 2 over to Modern Warfare 3. But at the end of the day, we can still acknowledge things being improved, but with Activision and all of the development team's track records, they don't deserve that type of, instant respect. They have to earn that from us again. But as you can see over on Twitter, the Ghost of Hope put out this tweet, and I do enjoy the Ghost of Hope. He's a great leaker, but this statement, I don't know if I can, completely agree with it. He says, all the people chirping about this originally being $70 DLC for Modern Warfare 2 are real quiet now. Going ahead and responding to Charlie Intel putting up the movement post, basically stating that, everybody's overhyping this game, which they are. They completely are. There's a difference between acknowledging stuff that is positive and completely caving in and saying this is the best thing ever invented off of, 10 seconds of a slight bit of footage showcasing the movement. But it's true. It's actually true. The mass majority of people have completely already fell off, the let's stay strong train and are caving in to the Modern Warfare 3 experience just off of the very minor things that have been shown to us by Sledgehammer. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I really do not want to be a Debbie Downer whatsoever. If this game turns out to be good, then that's fantastic because, if you're a real Call of Duty fan and you're negative and stuff like that and you hate the current state of COD, if a good game comes out, you're not going to be mad about it. You want Call of Duty to improve. So if Sledgehammer does do something good here, then so be it. But let's be honest, I'd rather be skeptical than overhype the overall process here. But responding to this tweet from the Ghost of Hope was someone else named Take 'em to Church saying, so they changed the animation speed immensely. I'm sure they spent way too many resources changing the animation to be faster. Much wow. And the Ghost of Hope responds saying, almost like it's not the only thing they changed. And, Take 'em to Church responds saying, oh, my bad. We can shoot while sliding now, too. Don't get me wrong. I do believe this game will be more fun than the current one. But let's not pretend they're doing something revolutionary here. And it's true. A lot of the massive content creators, a lot of the massive influencers are really treating a lot of these changes like they are just, the best thing ever invented in mankind, completely revolutionizing the whole Call of Duty franchise, when realistically, they're just changes that we've been begging for the past 3-4 years from Infinity Ward. Things that could be done probably in a blink of an eye that are being, pushed into a brand new title that's going to be charged for $70. And the attitude that a lot of these creators have is just, it's so backwards to me. Because again, we've been through multiple different situations when it comes to Activision and these developers. And we've had multiple different people come out and say that even the developers themselves have gone on phone calls, told them, something that sounds outstanding. And then when the game launches, it's completely scrapped and it's non-existent. Even the creators are, aware of the crap that we've been fed these past few years. What's happening? This isn't the Call of Duty cycle anymore. This simply isn't the Call of Duty cycle anymore. This is worse than the Call of Duty cycle because I can't believe, because we're all like, it's not like we aren't aware anymore. We're just simply complaining about each COD game that comes out and then we love the next one, then we complain and then we love, no, like we're at a point now that we are all aware of the situation that we're in. We're all aware of the games that have come out. We're all aware of the horrible practices that Activision has put forth in the game. We're all aware of every last bit of it. And we're going to cave because Sledgehammer is doing a few minor tweaks. I agree with Take 'em to Church. I really do. I agree that this game will probably be more fun than Modern Warfare 2 in many ways. And who knows, it might be the best Call of Duty game we've ever played. Who freaking knows? But for the time being, to try to push such a positive agenda for this game, to try to overhype this title before it's even out in our hands, is just, I don't think it's the right move. And even if these creators were able to play the game behind the scenes, they've been able to do that since Modern Warfare 2019. They played Modern Warfare 2019 behind the scenes. They played Black Ops Cold War behind the scenes. They played Vanguard behind the scenes. And they've said each and every game is going to be outstanding. And then the game drops and the whole community is just outraged, hands up in the air, including the creators who are saying the same stuff, with a lot of the changes that are going in the game not being good. Look, I want to be as positive as the next guy. I really do. I want to be as positive as all these creators out here. But realistically, we have to slow down our roll. This isn't back in the day now where, it's Call of Duty 4 through, Black Ops 2, where we know what we're getting is quality. No, we are now in a phase of Call of Duty where everything is random. We have no clue the outcome of any Call of Duty game. It could be good, it could be bad, it can be mediocre, it could have no content, it could have tons of content, it could have great communication with the community, and the next game could have horrible communication with the community. There's no consistency within this product anymore. So, I'm going to get hate for it regardless, but I don't think that we should be trying to protect Sledgehammer at all costs in this scenario. And I understand Sledgehammer might want to do everything positive for us. It might not be in any intentions of theirs to, produce a bad game. But at the end of the day, as long as Activision is guiding these teams and pushing Call of Duty in the way that they want, I'm not expecting anything different. What about skill-based matchmaking? What about future games? Are we going to get similar content? Because we all thought that, the content from Vanguard was going to transfer over to with Modern Warfare 2. Not map-wise, obviously, but, with the idea that since Vanguard got 16 maps, or however maps it got at launch, it's no way they're going to have less maps in the next game. That means they're going back in time, right? And then Modern Warfare 2 drops and they have literally the same amount of maps that Modern Warfare 2019 basically dropped with. Everything is randomized here. You can't expect anything good out of Call of Duty, until the game is launched and you could see what's going on. And even then, it's all up in the air. It's a coin toss at that point. We have to be more strict. Even if these developers are telling us all the positive things in the world and they're making sure that we know that they're listening to us, we have to be strict. This game could turn out to be fantastic, but the only way to get COD back on track to how it used to be back in the day is to make sure that we stand up for the game that we love. We don't fall for the crap. We respect the things that are good, but at the same time, we can keep the same mindset that even though it might look good, that doesn't mean the final product is going to turn out that way, and they can change anything in a blink of an eye. The only way we can get a good Call of Duty game nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, is if we put our feet down, foot down, whatever the expression frickin' is. But at the end of the day, that's the only way we can do it. We have to get these developers and Activision back on track. And once they form a good track record, then yeah, so be it. I'm going to be a happy man, and I'll never be this skeptical again. When a new Call of Duty game has a trailer, I'm going to be hyping it up. I'm going to be saying, oh, the new Call of Duty game's coming out. Look how amazing this looks. Look how fantastic this is. Look at all the cool changes that, these development teams are making for this game. But with their current track record, how do you expect me to give them that automatic respect? How do you expect me to automatically cave in and believe anything that they're saying with the stuff that they've done in the past? You can't. Now, if this game turns out to be amazing, Modern Warfare 3, I still wouldn't cave in. We need at least 2-3 games. At least 2 to 3 games that are literally catered to the community, have tons of, feedback that's been implemented into the game, proves to us that they care about the franchise and that they care about 6v6, and that also at the same time, let's not forget about skill-based matchmaking. It needs to be freaking toned down. When all of this stuff is done, I think I can have enough respect for them that I can be faithful in future projects. That I can have the same faith that I did back in the day when Call of Duty 4 dropped, and World at War dropped, and Black Ops 1 dropped, and Modern Warfare 2 dropped. I'm naming them out of order, but who cares? Modern Warfare 3 dropped, Black Ops 2 dropped. I will have the same faith that I had back in the day when those games were coming out, with current day COD, when they prove me otherwise. But until then, this mindset must stop. Because if this mindset doesn't stop, they're going to keep feeding us crap. They know that all they have to do is just show us a few really clean-looking clips, and the community will cave. They have no reason to make anything good. They have no reason to improve upon a game. They have no reason to even stick around after the game launches because they know they already got everybody's money, and they can move on to the next game. So to change this mindset, to change this reality of what COD is nowadays, we have to put our foot down and make sure we don't overhype the game until A, we get our hands on the product, and B, we have enough products, years worth of Call of Duty games of proof of a track record to prove to us that they do indeed understand what we're doing. Because, you can go off of Sledgehammer's track record as much as you want with how Vanguard was listening to, community feedback. But right after Vanguard came on for 2 and they reverted everything. There's no proof. There's absolutely no proof. Back in the day, you can look at Call of Duty 4 to World at War, and they're 2 completely different development teams. They have 2 completely different styles, but they still made solid games. They didn't ignore community feedback. They were all passionate about Call of Duty. They were all passionate about the 6v6 project, an arcade shooter. They knew what they wanted out of COD. So game to game, even though they had slight differences between the development teams, they still felt good enough that you can enjoy them. Nowadays, it's completely opposite. Again, Sledgehammer games can come out and fix everything, and then the next game, everything gets reverted. You're playing a completely different title that doesn't even feel like Call of Duty anymore. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, go down in the comment section and leave your opinions down below. Like I said, it might be an over-exaggeration, but seriously, I feel like a lot of people are they're defending the hell out of Sledgehammer when realistically we should be, we can respect what they're doing here, but none of these development teams nor Activision should be defended at all, anytime soon at least. We need tons of proof that they care about us. We are prioritized, and not just before the game drops, because we're always prioritized during that time frame. I'm talking about when the game's actually out and months afterwards. If they can do that, then yeah, they earn my respect. But until then, I say stay cautious. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And we will be back to streaming over on Kick on a Monday. If you guys want to check that out, I have a link to that and all my other socials down in the description of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.